Welcome back to Showtime on Trust TV. My name is still Chimelli. This is our interview sit-down segment, and as promised, I am here with one person who is the mind behind one of Abuja's most anticipated comedy experiences. He hosts a show that fuses humor, heart, and of course a lot of hard truths. He is a master of satire, as I am told. He uses laughter as both entertainment and enlightenment, tackling social issues with wit and wisdom, and staying true to his craft. Please help me welcome Gana, the comedian. Yay! Yes!
A round of applause.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here in the studio with us.
Same here.
Yeah. It's wonderful to finally meet you in person. I have heard one or two things here and there.
Really?
Yeah, sort of.
One as always. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so let's go straight into it because we have like very little time to like talk about a lot of things. Okay, so first of all, we want to know you. Behind you, like, you know, behind the comedian, how did you start? What is your story? We want to know your story, your comedy life. How did it start? How did you know that, okay, I am going to be a comedian?
Okay, yeah, so my name Peter Ogbudu.
Yeah.
I'm from Delta State, born in Warri, lived all my life in Warri, from a very humble family. Mom and dad, raised up by mom, who is a teacher. And second to last out of 8 children.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, of course, like I said, went to school in Warri, primary, secondary. And during my higher institution days, I left Warri and went to Edo State, Auchi Polytechnic, where I studied mass communication. And yeah, so my early days, I loved to play football. So basically, I was thinking football was all for me. I played football very well. And I have a very good history of football growing up.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I can tell you that I was maybe the first to be signed football-wise, locally, from one club to another at under 16.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had a club that signed me then. So one of the reasons that happened playing football was because I wasn't playing one club for what people call like a season now, like, you know. So after this tournament with this club, another club calls me, I go to play. And that became like an issue. They wanted, look, stay in one place. So the issue was, okay, if you want a player in your club, you have to pay money to this, came in. Then, you know, as young boys growing up, I mean, that may have been existing, but putting it like a law in Warri, that happened. And then, I had a club that signed me. I was in Warri. That club signed me in Ughelli. So just like you're here and a club in Kefi come to sign you, right? So they pick me up after school on Friday, take me to Ughelli. I stay, train, play matches, if there are matches at all. On Monday, they bring me back to school. So for me, I was thinking that it was going to be football for me. However, within this period of time, I started in primary school doing acting, you know, comedy, creating comedy, acting. And because I grew up in a school environment, like we had teachers, the teachers' quarters. We, as young people, we had something we were doing, like an inter-house sport, but not school-wise, but as people we are living in the compound, children of teachers, you know, we do like an inter-house sport. So within that inter-house sport activity, I have a group of people that I just pick, we create drama and we act. So at that point, for me also, it was still for fun. But I realized that I think somewhere around my SS2, someone was doing a birthday and wanted me to come like an MC. You know, then I used to have this friend. Then he said, no, if they call you, maybe they give you some more money. And they paid me. Those small at the time, but that was when I knew, oh, okay, so people, they collect money for this thing, you know. And then I kept doing it, but still didn't take it like a business. And then got into Auchi Poly. Then all the support that my mom was giving to me playing football, when I got into school, she stopped. She didn't want to support me again playing football. Because according to her, my late brother, who played football very well too. She said didn't go anywhere and now went to school at old age. So for her, she was like, no, stop football and go to school. And then because support wasn't coming playing football, I now took a lot of the attention now into entertainment. Yeah. And so I think it's also important to tell this story. So before Ghana, the name was Mokes growing up.
Okay.
Right? That's an abbreviation of my native name, Omokinyovu.
Okay.
Right? So Mokes. And then when I got to Auchipoli doing comedy and doing drama, there was this thing they used to organize then in Auchi. They call it Most Rugged Man on Campus. So what student does basically is they rip off their jean and, you know, they just, people come out. And for me, being creative, I just felt like it's not a jean carnival, it's Most Rugged Man. So anything can fly. And then I wanted to do something extraordinary, something crazy. I love to cook. I don't like to eat out. So each time I go to school, I carry food stuff. So I had a lot of Ghana Must Go bag, right? In my room. So somehow creativity came and I'm like, I can lose this bag and use it to make like a shirt and a trouser. And then I did. I took it to a tailor and guy was like, it's not possible. I said, no, can you sew leather? He said, yes. If you can sew leather, you can cut this and make a shirt and a trouser. So I had to even lie to him that someone had done this for me before in Warri. So he was, you know, gingered up and was like, okay, challenge. Okay, we'll do it. And then I told him, I said, see, I'm using it for a competition. I don't want anybody to see it. He said, okay, so he started making it. While he was making it, I think it got very interesting, you know, so he did it very lovely. I would send some of the pictures to you.
Okay.
It's very lovely design, a shirt and a trouser. And then I loosed the hand of the Ghana Must Go bag, took it to the shoe cobbler, the shoemaker, asked them to use it to make a palm. So instead of using a leather to cross, they used that for it. Yeah. So on the day of the contest, I was like the number 5th person that came out. I dressed my friends, I asked them to cover me with wrapper and took me to the stage. This was around 2002. Took me to the stage and people were like, I want the cover, beg come out there, you know, student environment. And then by the time they unveiled it, it took them like a few seconds to realize what I was wearing. And then everybody, in fact, that was the end of the contest. Wow. Everybody, Ghana Must Go Back, Ghana Must Go Back. Wow, 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 you know. And then for students, they felt like, oh, let's be calling him Ghana instead of Mokes. Oh, that comedian that used to wear Ghana Must Go, Ghana Must Go. And again, I felt like students also did it deliberately because in my Auchi days, as someone who did mass communication, we call that place the lecture theater. So I usually would sit in front of the theater. Once students are passing, I go just yab them.
Okay.
So students go
so you earned it.
Once they see me outside, they will just gather. I go they yab, they go they laugh. So sometimes guys will come meet me, so boy, that my guy, he joins me, boy, yab him. I will yab them. So for me, I felt like it was a way for them to get back at me. So they were like, oh, Ghana Must Go, that comedy. And then I just looked at it, man, it was very commercial, creative. I mean,
let's go with that.
Then it stuck. But 3 years ago, sometime in 2023, I felt, so before then I was thinking of rebranding because online some people were like, oh, Ghana Must Go. Are you trying to remind us of what Nigerians did to Ghanaians? So it became an issue for me. And of course, I wanted every of my fans within and outside the shores of Nigeria, you know, so I thought there was a need for me to rebrand. And then sometime around 2023, in one of my shows that I also did. By the way, this show is the 9th edition. I did a rebranding and felt like, okay, instead of Ghana Must Go, why not just make it? Because prior then, people also used to call me Ghana. Some call me GMG. You know, so I felt like, leave the acronym, just do the Ghana thing. But not with the spelling of the country, Ghana, Ghana. Remove the H and make it just Ghana. So that's it for me. Came into Abuja and life began.
That is amazing. That is such a journey, for real. I mean, that is creativity after creativity after creativity.
Sure.
I think I should have gotten this information earlier, so that intro would have been different.
Okay.
It would have been footballer, theater director, stage director, you know, just list out a lot of things. That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And I'm glad you talked about coming into Abuja and life, you know, beginning. Because Abuja is not entertainment capital.
Definitely.
It is, I think it's even worse for comedy, sort of. You have to go the extra mile to actually entertain or make Abuja residents laugh. So why did you choose Abuja? Why not the general, well, Delta, Lagos?
Okay, so for me then, not like I wanted a comfortable place, but my late brother was in Abuja at the time. And so it felt like, oh, after school, you know, come to Abuja. So I came to Abuja and life began. And then my coming to Abuja, I didn't know I was going to do comedy, to be honest. So I wanted to do the normal white collar job, you know, look for something to do. By the way, I also consulted for a lot of NGO at the time, both international organizations. You know, I used to run an NGO with my friend, which is called the Municipal Youth Vanguard. We had partnership with the likes of USAID, Water Aid, Action Aid, YAF, Society for Family Health at the time, German Technical Corporation, then, which is now GIZ. Comedy at that time was just fun. Do it in church, not collecting money and everything. And up until one day, they used to have this program, this Big Bros, Oma, who is now a senior lecturer with University of Abuja, theater department. He does it every Christmas period. It's called Laughter on the Loose.
Okay, yeah.
So at the time when I came, he already was doing it with some comedians and, you know, some Abuja-based comedian at the time. And then I met Onome Descent, who happened to be my cousin. So when he saw me, he was like, oh, boy, you funny. Wait till they worry you. Sure you they go walk, you know. Then I was consulting for a company called IAD, you know. He said, oh boy, which one they go do this? Oh, money they comedy, come run comedy. And then I started introducing me to people. And then the day they were doing that show, we went to Sheraton at the time, and he told the organizer, Bros Oma, he said, now my brother be this, he funny, he made a plan. I said, no. I don't know him, he's not going to come on my stage, I don't know him. And then the man was like, he's big, in worry, he does the crack joke, he good. Okay, how many minutes you want give me, bros? I think they said 45 minutes or something. He said, okay, give him 10 minutes for inside, for my time. I said, okay. So I went on the first one. Immediately I got on stage, took my part like back to back in 10 minutes. As they were laughing, I was telling them, when I come down at 10 minutes, make I deliver. So by the time I finished, I was rounding up. They were like, no, continue. But because it was the first opportunity, I didn't want to abuse it.
Exactly.
I was watching my time. I came down. I think it was somewhere at the other side. When he had the crowd shouting, he came to the backstage and was like, what's happening? Eze was the stage manager. Eze said, bros, where you bring this guy for me back? He now said, he now came to meet me. Why you come down? You for continue now? I said, no, bros, now 10 minutes to give me. He now said, in this between 8 to 12 performance, that he was going to give me ample time, which he did. And so that was how the journey started. We started doing it. At the time, they were not paying well. Like you said, Abuja is not an entertainment town, but we tried to give it a face. We tried. It was not easy. At the time, I say this every time. At the time, when we were holding our meetings, because we have an association, ABC, Abuja Body of Comedians.
Okay.
Each time we had that meeting, I would tell them, I said, look, we must increase our fee.
Okay.
If we all increase our fee, they call you. You say, oh, but my money now not be 20,000, now 50,000 they collect. They call this one, say now 50. Then they call the grade B comedians. Those ones say now 70. They call grade A, they say now 100. They must pick somebody.
Exactly.
Pay the person. But people felt like, no. This one you the carry corner, no, you not go work. You get NGO where they consult for, I beg. You will not come stress us. They will not pay us. But I'm happy that, you know, they began to understand what I was talking about. And then we grew from 20,000, 50,000. we started hopping the game, and today I can tell you categorically that I joined one of those comedians when give comedy package and face and value for inside Abuja.
Yeah.
It's not out of pride, it's out of my contribution to the industry that I belong to. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then there was also a time that people come from Lagos to do shows in Abuja.
Yes.
The likes of Night of a Thousand Laugh, AY, all of them. And they're not involving Abuja-based comedians. And I'm like, no, bro, it not go work. I called for a meeting. We had the meeting in one garden at Area 8. I said, if they not put us, we'll scatter the show. While we were having that meeting, some persons came out and called.
Yes.
And while we were in that meeting, a senior colleague from Lagos called me and said, hey, you don't come, we're worried, boy. You don't want to go scatter people's show. I said, bros, no.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that they should involve us. They are not paying us. Now, they make Abuja Day lively for them to come whole show.
Exactly.
Recognize us, put us for your beat, put us for radio, TV, make our name still they go. That's all we're asking for. He said, oh, okay, if that's the case, it makes sense. And then he called them and said, look, involve these guys. You know, when one of them was coming to do the show at the time, they called the president then, Dr. Ayuba. No, even before Dr. Ayuba, sorry, it was even Omar. But I think they reached out to Dr. Ayuba.
Yeah.
Dr. Ayuba now called me and like, they call him will say make we organize boys, you know, Ingo put my name. Who else I go suggest? I say no, don't pull my name. I don't want it to look like it's a fight for myself.
Yes,
no, it's not
exactly.
a personal fight. I just want us to grow. And then he said, oh, okay, who do you suggest? I said, no, pick people. For me, let's grow. And he picked about three comedians or four at the time that featured in that particular. And that's the journey, and that's what we're enjoying today in Abuja.
That's amazing. That's wonderful. Thank you very much for the work because honestly, I can't imagine how difficult it would have been at that time when, you know, this was not bubbling. Everybody was rushing to Lagos to try to build something like that in a city as entertainment dry.
It was difficult. At the time when you charge people 50,000, say, wait, enough for you to just come and talk. You understand? And you see, people do not understand, right? The impact of comedy is one that money cannot buy. I'll tell you why. You know that doing this program now, if at the end of the day you're not satisfied with what you have done, right? You feel like, hey, I wish people not watch this thing.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So the fulfillment is that you have delivered for you.
Exactly.
But people would not know how difficult it is. They don't understand. If they pay you 20 million, you crack joke, people not laugh. You go wish say you not on the show. Do you understand?
Yes.
But today in Abuja, comedians own houses.
Yeah.
They get property, they drive cars, they feed family, they get wives, they get children. They are doing well, they travel abroad. That is what I wanted to see. And so when I see that happening today, for me, I'm fine. Okay. And I'm benefiting from it.
Yes.
So in my industry, we're good. We may not be where we want to be yet, but of course we are not doing badly at all.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. I know you talked about if you're paid and you crack jokes and people don't laugh.
Yeah.
You know what would happen?
Yeah.
So I know from everything that you said right now, you have never been in that situation. But has there been any joke that you've told that backfired in some way? Maybe you touched a very sensitive topic or in some way and it backfired in a way?
Okay, so for me, I think that I'm very particular about my choice of, words. Okay. First, I'm not a fan of vulgar jokes. Yeah. I don't tell them. Yeah. And I will not criticize people who tells them. Because there are platforms for every performance, right? There are places you go to perform, maybe not vulgar jokes, now they sell. That's what the audience would want. But I'm not part of that, by the way. Number two, I'm also very sensitive with the kind of jokes that I tell. Yes. And but to say if I've cracked jokes at some point that people did not laugh. So a few weeks ago, a very notable politician, the son got married. And I went for the event. And that event, I won't lie to you, that should be one of the worst events I've ever gone to in terms of organization. Okay. It was terrible. Yeah. At the point, I didn't want to perform. was rowdy. For me, I felt like they came to show, not even for the song.
Yes.
Right? So it was rowdy. And I called the person, I said, look, I'm not going to be on this stage. She was like, oh no, just do it, just do it. I said, okay. If I'm not doing it, I go be like, say, when I don't pay me.
Yeah.
I went, as I was performing, it was rowdy. I first tell them, say this kind of place, this performance, it not go work. They don't, they shop, people they walk up and down, politicians, they greet themselves. You know, it was so rowdy. But for me, I did what I wanted to do. I didn't feel bad because I know say I good.
Yes.
So not be me.
Yeah.
Now, not organized. No.
Exactly.
So I didn't feel bad.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when I finish, I go arrange myself well, shop well, sleep well.
Walked home.
And I'm okay. And guess what? The person had called me for another event again.
Exactly.
They go see they give me show.
Yes.
Because they know say I good. Do you understand? So I'm not saying that there are no bad days. There are times that you feel like, oh, but you go tear this show. But when you go there, some material feel no work as you expect them.
Exactly.
But it's not like it's going to be a completely bad
yes,
day.
Yes.
No.
No. Yeah. Okay. All right. So right now they're about to come sweep us away from the studio, unfortunately.
In fact, if they are coming, let them come with canoe so that they are sweeping us, they sweep us into the ocean. And we paddle.
Sorry, ocean for what? For what?
You don't want to go to Libya?
No, sir. Thank you. You can go alone.
Exactly.
I will fare you well from here.
You hear from my lawyer.
All right, thank you very much for coming. It's been a pleasure. Even though this was not a comedy show, but I am sure I have laughed so much. Thank you very much. Before we go though, I want you to, in like probably 2 seconds, just tell me what has been the most fulfilling thing that has happened for you in this career. Okay,
so the fact that living a life out of it, for me is the biggest.
All right.
And the fact that, you know, like the Bible say, your talents will make way for you and, you know, bring you before kings and queens.
All right.
Do you know how you feel like when you hold the microphone, you're talking and the president is sitting, the vice president is sitting and you're controlling everybody? Man.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Peace, yeah.
Thank you very much for coming. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. This has been Showtime on Trust TV. Join us again, same time, same station for another wonderful and thrilling episode. My name is still Chimelli.